Chieta, I just wanted to ask you to graduate person, right?
Sure.
Who just fresh out of college, fresh out of uni, and they feel nobody will listen to me. I'm not worthy of being listened to. We had that a few days ago, right? We get
Mm-hmm.
clients who tell us these things. What would you tell them? Because we get that question a lot. Okay. What is your advice to them? Because you one of the few people who actually has been on this show who's extremely successful, but didn't start as an employable person. You felt like nobody employs you. You felt the frustration from the at the beginning of your career, just like you said to us on the discovery call a few weeks ago. So, what is your advice? What is a few words of wisdom to a person who says, "Well, nobody will listen to me if I create a podcast. Nobody will listen to me if I try to use AI to create my own business." So, what is your advice to these people? Please share with us. We'd love to know your view on this. Thank you so much. Please go ahead.
Sure, Cyrus. So, my advice to you as a recent graduate, first of all, think of your resume or how you want to present yourself to an employer as you telling your story. So I just like you, when I graduated from university, and nobody told me anything about even writing a resume. It was my sister who was working in a bank who even showed me how to write a resume. So what I learned 4 years ago when I pivoted into the tech industry through SV Academy, actually, was basically how can you show your future employer or your future audience who you are and what you can do. So the way that we would do it is basically pick a problem that you've solved, right? Because that demonstrates, okay, you describe what the situation was, what action you took, right? What were the results of you taking that action, and then link that to whichever audience or employer so they can see how you would operate within their company or their industry, right? The way that you write your resume, ChatGPT is fantastic with doing this. Because even if you have a current resume right now, you can put it into ChatGPT and say, okay, create this in a story type telling fashion, and then even ask it to create it as a script for you, right? Because in this day and age, everything's on video, right? That's how people are busy scrolling and trying to get people's attention. So a way that we did it when I was working at SV Academy and coaching people who were transitioning their careers into the tech industry was, okay, let's develop a 60-second video introducing yourself to whichever prospective employer, right? So you can do this even just for yourself as a practice. So again, the framework I gave you, give an example of a problem that you solved and what is the impact of you solving it. That demonstrates not only your ability to assess problems, your skills at being able to address and solve problems. And keep in mind, the main skill that most employers want are problem solvers, right? Can you deliver results? When faced with certain situations, how are you going to handle it? Will you freeze up or will you be resourceful and figure out ways to solve and bring solutions? So when it comes to introducing yourself, again, I advise you create a little short script. ChatGPT is fantastic at doing that. Practice it and even memorize it. Use your phone, record yourself, and voila. That's a way that you can introduce yourself to people. So even when you submit your resume, add the video as a follow up and say, this is who I am, so they can see your personality. I'll give you an example when I did it, even just to introduce myself to possible partners or people I just wanted to pick their brain about certain things. They actually said they fell in love with me before they even met me because of how I presented myself on a video. So I know a lot of people say, oh, I'm shy about videos. I don't think people will believe me, etc. Well, it's like with any muscle, right? If you want to be noticed, you have to find a way to stand out. So that's my advice to graduates.